Morning all. Hope you guys are able to hear me and able to see the screen which I'm sharing. Please confirm from your side once.
Yes, Raju, you're able to see this.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Okay, cool. So what are the topics we discussed in the yesterday session? Can anyone recall the people who joined in yesterday's class? Okay, cool. Hope everyone has a document which I shared the syllabus, right? So in that syllabus, you guys can see what are the topics are going to be covered in this course and how many hours we have this course duration. Okay, total 60 hours. And yesterday we started the manual testing topics. We have gone through the introduction and we learned so many topics, right? So I explained what are software and its types, and what is mean by software testing, and what is mean by software quality, and why do we need testing, and what is the difference between error, bug, and failure, and why the software actually has the bugs, and the difference between the product and project and service and product based companies. Okay, these are the topics I discussed in the yesterday session regarding the introduction of testing. Okay, very soon I'm going to share this material also by Thursday because a few people are not yet confirmed. So that's the reason I haven't shared the material. I'm going to share this material by Thursday. Okay, everyone is clear about these topics. The people who joined in the yesterday can understand the topics which I explained in the yesterday session. If you guys missed the session, please go through the recording session. And if you have any doubts, get back to me. We'll explain to you. Okay. Today we are going to see second topic. We are done with the introduction part, and today we are going to see SDLC models. Okay, session is 60 minutes. As the new people are arrived, I don't want to take a lengthy section of 60 minutes today. So I want to split these SDLC models into the two sessions I already explained yesterday. As it is the initial classes, I want to take a short classes for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because if I take the lengthy session 60 minutes from starting class onwards, you guys get bored and you guys can't habituated to the classes which I'm explaining. That's the reason I'm splitting 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minute sessions for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. From Thursday onwards, we are going to see the 60-minute sessions. Okay, so I planned software development lifecycle and their models for 60 minutes, and we are going to see 30 minutes of session in the software development lifecycle today, and 30 minutes of session for software development lifecycle method in tomorrow. Okay, if you guys have any doubt, you guys can reach out me, and you can feel free to ask your doubts in the session as well. Okay, so before going to these second topics, can anyone explain what is meant by software development lifecycle, which is already explained in the demo sessions twice and thrice? One thing I want to convey to all the students, guys, whenever I'm asking the question, if you are not responding, you will be habituated to the same thing in the interviews also. The interviewer is trying to ask some questions to you, okay? But you people are simply sitting silent. Then what is the use of attending the interviews? So many people are telling that, sir, my resume is not shortlisted. I'm not getting calls from the companies. What is the use, even if you are getting the calls, if you are sitting silent like this? Just imagine this in your mind. Krishna, you can tell.
Software development lifecycle, there are 6 types are there. The first one is the requirement analysis. Second one is the system
Okay.
design. Third one is implementation. Fourth one is testing. Fifth one is deployment, and sixth one is maintenance. In requirement analysis, it's actually the term is every term is a self-explainable actually. Like requirement analysis, nothing but what is the requirement for the assigned work. In a sense, what is the requirement for the job what you're doing or work. So that is when it comes to the software. So what are the requirements which is being expected by the company or a firm is the first part. Then second is the system design is nothing but whatever the requirements you have gathered, right? So we have to design that work, how the work should be, in a sense, how the software should be like that. So the system design is that's what the system design. Implementation is nothing but after the required things is and have been gathered, and after the designing everything, we have to implement with all the necessary things for the work. So that's what the implementation. Testing is nothing but it is like testing the things what you have done, getting the approval for what you have done. So that's what the testing in a sense. If you feel any error or any bug has been came, so are there any errors has been there, simply that detecting the errors or things which comes under the testing side. And deployment is nothing but uh, uh, occupying
Yes, yes,
the
good.
things, occupying the things, like on that day you have given the example, right? So for with the construction, in the
Yes,
construction
yes.
way, so how uh, so deployment is nothing but occupying the property or a software, like software anything for use. So that is called the, and the sixth one is maintenance. Maintenance is nothing but at the end of the product, how you maintain the product is comes under the maintenance. So I think I
Okay,
have partially covered everything. Thank you.
okay, good, good. Good, Krishna. So thank you for giving the answer. It will help you a lot while giving the answers in the interviews. Okay, good, good.
Thank you.
Okay, software development life cycle is nothing but for everything we are having the life cycle. For a human also we are having a life cycle from childhood to and old person, and we can born state to dead state. We are having the cycle for the human as well, right? In similar way, we are having a life cycle for software. If you want to start constructing an application, you should follow the software development life cycle. Whether you are the developer or tester, whoever it is, even HR should also know what is meant by software development life cycle. Okay, even that HR is want not working into the category of that software technical parts, but he or she should know what is meant by software development lifecycle as a part of software company. Okay, so in software development lifecycle, hardly we are having 6 to 7 phases. The first one is requirement gathering and feasibility study. Okay, in some materials they have given that requirement and gathering and feasibility study as a single phase. In few materials, we are taking that requirement gathering and feasibility studying in separate phases. Requirement gathering is nothing but the software companies will gather the requirements from the customers, how that customer needs that application. And second one is after getting the requirements, we are going to check the feasibility. For example, that customer want an application like Amazon with the technology of a React. React is a language which helps to construct a user interface for the websites or Android or mobile applications. Okay, at that time we don't have the feasibility, so we have to check whether we are able to do that amazon.com like website with that React, and whether we are having the feasibility of resources. Is not the resource is nothing but is the employees are enough to complete that project, is the budget is enough for us, and everything has to be checked. Technical feasibility check, resource feasibility check, and financial feasibility check. We are going to check these three feasibilities with the help of the HR. We are going to check the resource feasibility. With the help of financial manager, we are going to check the financial feasibility. With the help of software architect, we are going to check the technical feasibility. Once the feasibility is done, we are going to move to the next phase. Design is nothing but we have to show the prototype to the customer. Your website should be looks like this after construction. We are going to give a mock design to that customer how it looks like after website is completed. Now design is accepted by the customer. Next, move to the coding part. Coding or implementation, some materials they are calling it as implementation, some material we're calling it as a coding. Now the coding is started, and after completion of the coding, testing is started. If the testing everything is looks fine, then we'll move to the deployment. If there are any issue, then it will move back to the coding part again. Okay, once the testing is finished, we are going to deploy into the public server. Okay, until unless deployment, that code will be there in your local systems and local environment, that company people only access it, that software company employees only access it with the help of some environments. But once you are deployed into the public, everyone who is having the internet access can be access it. That is called deployment. And next one is maintenance. It's a crucial role. Maintenance is nothing but after deploying that product into the live, if that customer want to change any new feature in it, he should pay some maintenance for it to that company. Okay, we are maintenance is nothing but there will be a lot of things comes under the maintenance. After constructing of the application, after deploying it to the live, if that customer want to do any change in that application, will comes under the maintenance. Hope you guys are clear about SDLC, right? Please confirm, guys. Any more doubts?
Clear, Raj.
Okay. So now let's see how many types of SDLC models are there. What are they? Here we can see we are having two types of SDLC models mainly. First one is sequential model, second one is iterative model. Okay. Today we are going to see sequential model, waterfall model and V model in very short session. And tomorrow we are going to see spiral model and SL model. Okay. We are not going to discuss the prototype model in our course. Spiral and SL is more than enough, and only SL methodology is using 95% out of 100 in present market. No one is using the waterfall and V model and spiral. All are remaining 5% only. 95% people are using SL. 95% people are using SL methodology or SL model. Okay, please pay attention while listening the SL methodology in the tomorrow session. It's very important. Okay, today we are going to see the two sequential models. The first one is waterfall model, second one is V model. Okay, here you can see the cycle here like that: requirement gathering, feasibility study, design, coding, testing. Instead of deployment, we are seeing the keyword as a installation. Deployment, installation, all those things are same. Okay, so who will do the requirement collection? Okay, before going to that, what is meant by waterfall model? It's a traditional model and it is sequential. It's not iterative, it's a sequential. And in waterfall model, how its flow go like this is, for example, this is the flow, right? This is from start point, this is from end point. Let's assume the waterfall. How the water falls from top to down? It steadily falls downwards, right? Progress is seen as a flowing steadily downwards like a waterfall through the different phases. Is nothing but how the waterfall will go. Water is flow like steadily downwards, right? In similar way, in the SDLC also, it follows. If this requirement collection is completed, then only we will come to the feasibility study. If the feasibility study is completed, then only we will come to the design. If the design is completed, then only you will come to the coding. But why this model is not using in the market? Because now you are done up to design, you came to the coding, but the customer want to change his requirements, so it's not possible to go back again to change the requirements. Okay, in waterfall model, whenever you are in the coding state, if that person want to change the requirements, you can go back, but you should do this phase from again. You should do execute all these phases again. It's a rework, time waste, money waste, resource waste, right? That's the reason why the people are not using the waterfall model in current scenario. But then why this model is exist in this testing part? Okay, waterfall model is also useful if for the small projects, and we'll discuss when we are using the waterfall model in this model. Okay, requirement collection. Who will do requirement collection? Business analyst and product analyst. Okay, so business analyst will collect the requirements from the customer and pass that information to the others. Next one, feasibility study. Who will do feasibility study? Just now I said, right? Project manager, business analyst, architect, finance, HR. HR will do the resource feasibility, finance will do finance feasibility, architect will do technical feasibility. Okay, business analyst and project manager should be there in that meeting as they are collecting the requirements from the customer. Okay, technical feasibility, financial feasibility, resource feasibility, and we are done with the feasibility study. Now came to the design. What we will do in the design? High level design and low level design. What is mean by high level design and low level design? We'll give an example for this. High level design is nothing but whenever you come to the apartment, before constructing the apartment, they are going to give a high level design is nothing but how the elevation looks like. That is called high level design. Low level design is nothing but we are having the dimensions of the bedrooms, halls, dinings, and bathrooms and kitchen. In depth design will be given with the 3D. That is called low level design. Here coming to the software part, HLD is nothing but a software product to be developed. The architecture of the software is nothing but architecture means there is a UA part here, there is a database here, and there is a backend here. Like that, the architecture flow will be given in the high level design. Low level design is nothing but there is a login page, there is a sign up page, there is a product add to cart page, and you have to click on it. These type of things will be given in the low level design. Who will do high level design? It will be done by the architects and senior developers. But then who will do LLD? It will done by the senior developers, freshers, and the people who is entered into the IT domain in the team can do it. Okay. After design, we'll come to the coding. Coding will done by the all seniors, juniors, freshers, and everyone should be do. Once the coding is done, we are going to move to the testing part. Okay. Testers will do the testing. Is nothing but they are comparing the actual output with the expected output. What is meant by actual output and what is meant by expected output? Expected output is nothing but if you are aware about that application, okay, before going to start testing, there is a knowledge transfer session from the team, how that application looks like, and you should understand the features of that application. For example, you are working on Amazon e-commerce application, you should understand all the features first. Flow first. If you have any doubts in the flow, you should communicate with the business analyst or product owner to know the complete details about that feature. There is the PI meetings around 3 months. Sorry, for every 3 months or for every 6 months, the company will conduct the PA meetings. Is nothing but program increment meetings. Okay, there the business analyst and product owner will explain you the features what you guys are going to explain in next 6 months or next 3 months. Okay, and next one is testing done by the testers. Once the testing is done, we are going to install is nothing but deploying the product into the public that everyone who is having the internet access can be accessed. Next one is maintenance. If there is any bug fixing, if there is any new features adding, then we have to spend maintenance for that. Here you can see steadily downwards. Okay, like waterfall only. Once the water is fall from second phase to third phase, is it possible to revert back that water to the second phase? It's not possible, right? That's what same the drawback is there here. Then when to use the software waterfall model? Requirements are not changing frequently. Application is not complicated or big. Project should be short and requirement should be clear and environment should be stable and technologies and tools use not dynamic and stable and resources are available and well trained. In these scenarios only we are going to use the waterfall model. If you want to use the waterfall model, that requirement should satisfy all these points. Then only they will go to the waterfall model. Here you can see some advantages and disadvantages of the waterfall model. What is the first advantage? Before going to the next phase of the development, each phase must be completed. That is very good advantage. But error can be fixed only during the phase. That is disadvantage. Hope you all guys are getting. Please let me know. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. You can stop me and ask your doubts. Okay. And here you can see second one, suited for small projects. Obviously, if it is A here, there is a minus A here, right? Similarly, if there is a plus point here, there is a negative point, which is vice versa to the plus point. Suited for small project, not suited for big project. That is disadvantage. Should perform quality assurance test, verification and validation before completing the each stage. And after completion of the requirement analysis, you should do the verification and validation. We'll let you know what is meant by verification and validation in the V model in the tomorrow class. Okay. Testing period comes quite late in the development process in the disadvantage. Waterfall model, testing phase will come quite late because once that requirement done, later design done, coding done, then testing will come up to the picture. The tester should be idle until these three phases is completed. Okay, so quit late, that is a disadvantage. And project is completely dependent on the project team with minimum client intervention, and client valuable feedback cannot be included with the ongoing development phase. Any changes in software is made during the process of the development only. Here you can see same point, they're changing the keywords and putting the same thing which I discussed in the first line. Okay, and next one is spiral model. No, we won't see the spiral model now. We'll see the spiral and agile tomorrow. We are done with very waterfall model, and let's see the V model now. Okay, we can see spiral and agile tomorrow. These are the iterative models. Now we are done with the waterfall model in the sequential. We should see the V model in the sequential now. V model is nothing but verification and validation model. Verification and validation model. Here you can see that diagram is in the form of V. Okay, here you can see that here testing is starts from the requirement stage itself. In waterfall model, when the testing will start, once the development is completed, then only we are going to start a testing. But here not like that. The testing is started simultaneously to the development. But how it's happened? Here you can see the client sends CRS both to the developers and testers. What is meant by CRS? Customer requirement specification document is nothing but customer will send a document to the customer software company where the customer requirements are present in the document. Okay, whenever that CRS document come up to the picture, that CRS will be sent to the developer and tester. Okay, what the developer will do, what the tester will do. Developer will translate that customer requirement specification into software requirement specification, because the client don't know the technical part, right? So we are going to, the developer will going to convert that normal terminology into the technical terminology. But in that case, what the tester will do in the CRS, the tester will check the conflicts in the requirement. Is there any conflicts in the requirement? Is there any missing requirements? Is there any wrong requirements? We are going to review the CRS document. Hope you guys are getting. Yes, CRS is sent to the developer and tester. What developer is doing? He is converting into the SRS. What tester is doing? He is reviewing the document, is nothing but acceptance test is done to that CRS. Okay. Now, what will happen in the next step? The SR is sent to the testing team for the review. Now the developer is converted the CRS into SRS. Now what the developer has to do? The developer send this SRS document to the tester now, and he is going to start a next step. What is the next step? Here you can see the developer start building the design, HLD. Okay, making clear. I will show here. This is CRS document, right? CRS document is sent to the developer and tester. So what will happen here is developer is going to be convert that CRS into the SRS. Okay. So what the tester will do? Tester will review CRS. Okay. Now the developer sent SRS to the tester, and developer is doing HLD. Now the SRS review is done by the tester. Now HLD is completed. It is going to be sent to the tester in the next phase. Then what developer will do now? Developer will do low level design. Tester will check HLD. Hope you guys are getting how this flow is going on. Here you can see.
Yes, Raju. Raju, what is SRS? CRS is a customer requirement software. What is SRS?
No, CRS means customer requirement specification. SRS means software requirement specification. We are going to convert that normal terminology into the technical terminology. That is called it as a software requirement specification.
Okay.
Okay. Now LLD is designed. Now the LLD is going to be sent to the tester. And what is the next phase? Here you can see. Here you can see. Review the LLD. Same process here. Design is done. Next coding is done. Testing and all those things. Getting the things what I'm telling or not? here the developer doing the coding and send LLD to the tester. Now the tester tested the LLD. So what the tester will do later? Now he is going to came to his actual work and he is doing the testing for it. Getting my points? Getting or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Here you can see that in waterfall model, until unless the coding is completed, the tester work is not involved in the project, right? But coming to the V model, the tester is working from starting point onwards parallelly with the developer. That is the difference between waterfall model and V model in the sequential. Okay, same things have shown here as well. What I explained and same things happen here in the document. Okay, so how to handle the requirement change in the VB? Whenever there is a change in requirement, the same procedure continues and document will be updated. Whenever the changes come up to the picture, the same procedure will continue again from start to end, CRS to LLD. Okay. So what are the advantages of V and V model? Obviously, the drawbacks of the waterfall model will become the advantages of the V and V model. Testing starts in early stage of product development, which avoids download flow of defects, which turns reduce of work. Testing is involved in every stage and deliverables are parallel. Total investment is less. Okay, these are advantages. Then what are the disadvantages? As your tester is also working from starting, the documentation work will be strong. Documentation work will be strong and stable. And as the tester is working from initially, the initial investment is more. Okay, so where we are using the V and V model? For long-term projects, complex project, when the customer expecting a very high quality with a stipulated time, is nothing but the customer is given some time frame. I need a project in this time frame with high quality. At that time, we are using the V and V model. Hope you guys clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is about the verification and validation model and waterfall model. These two are sequential model, and tomorrow we are going to see agile model and spiral model. Okay, agile model is very important, guys. Please try to attend the class without any obsess in the tomorrow. Any
Okay.
more doubts
Thank
so
you.
far which you listen? Please ask your doubts, guys. Don't be sit silent. Whatever doubts you have, you can ask now. Okay, cool. Are you getting Abhishek? Are you clear the things what I explained so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Krishna, Gangireddy,
I'm clear,
Nafisha.
Raju.
Yeah, it's clear.
Are you clear, Nafisha? I
Yes.
hope you haven't attended the yesterday session, right?
Yeah, yesterday's session I didn't attend it, but yeah, I'll attend the next ones. I got
Okay.
the video. The yeah.
Okay. Please see the recording if you missed.
Yeah.
If you have any doubts, you can reach out me. We'll clear your doubts. You can
Okay.
message in the groups. If you have any doubts, we'll help out you in the group, guys. Okay. Abhishek, Krishna, Nafisha, Gangireddy.
Okay. Thank you.
If you guys have any doubt, please reach out me in the groups which is created by your institutes. We'll help out there. Okay. So thank you all for joining on the on time. We'll meet you all again tomorrow at the same time. Tomorrow also we are having the short session. From Thursday onwards, we are going to have a long session. See, long sessions is nothing. It's not 2 hours, 3 hours. It's just 60 minutes. Okay. Uh, it's not a matter that how many minutes we are learning. It's a matter that how much content you are grabbing. Okay. It's not a matter that 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Some institutes will teaching 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But a few institutes are taking care about, but they have to complete the course in very short span of time. In that view, they are going to take a lengthy sessions. Those lengthy sessions will not helpful to the students to grab the content in the mind, right? So that's why I planned only hardly 60 minutes, minimum 30 minutes. If it's time not permits, then we'll go for lengthy sessions on the weekends, because in the weekdays you guys may busy with your actual works, right? So you're not able to attend lengthy sessions on weekends. If time permits, we'll further classes will take on the weekends at the long sessions after 20 to 30 hours classes is completed. We'll take on the weekend classes as well. Okay, hope you guys clear what I'm telling.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool guys. We'll share this recording to your groups. And if you have any concerns, any doubts regarding the course and everything, if you have whatever things you required from me, you can reach out to me. We'll help out. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you all. We'll meet you all again tomorrow. Have a nice day.